it's your boy BOBTV, Freedom on Fire. How you doing today? I'm over here in New York City, baby, over here behind the UN. Now, don't forget to subscribe, like, the whole 9 yard, trying to get the numbers up so I can be in a position to have more time out where I can go on settings like this and be able to be a better service to you. Now, what's going on over there at the UN building? I don't know. Look like nothing. What do UN stand for? Ununited Nations? Or does it really stand for United Nations? Well, it seems like they're united about more war. Man, we got to stop this stuff. Now, I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm going to talk about this since I'm standing right in front of UN. We got to bridle Donald Trump. We got to put some harnesses on him. The brother going to go rogue after a while. He is the new Teflon Don, I'm telling you. I guess that's why they call him Donald. He's the new Teflon Donald Trump. In other words, no matter what kind of crazy stuff he do, people just let it go by. Number one reason why the Democratic Party let it go by is because Donald Trump is making them a lot of money with this Stop Trump initiative, with this resistant crap, which is really not resistant. It's just, I need to make more money. So they're not going to do anything about it. So it's up to the people to do something about it. There are so many articles of impeachment that they can apply on him right now, and they just won't do it. Why? Because they're a bunch of weak, coward, no guts, no balls, no galls. They don't have, they just are pure cowards. And all they want to do is just continue to raise money so they can go ahead and put candidates in offices and things like that. Not going to do jack for you and me. Right now, I don't want war. And I'm on the side of Tulsi Gabbard, Howard, or Coward Dean, because that's your new name for now on. You are a coward. You talk about sexist. You're a sexist coward. And I have many a tapes saying that. Here's one. Watch this.
Investigation for these horrific chemical weapons attacks. I'll be the first one to denounce him, but the key is now with President Trump's reckless military strikes last night. It flew directly in the face of the action that the UN was working on at that time to launch an independent investigation to find out exactly what the facts are, who was involved and who was responsible.
That is Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. She's an Iraq vet and member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, and she's casting doubt on the president's claim that the Syrian government was indeed behind the chemical attack that killed as many as 100 people last Tuesday. Howard, how do you respond to Tulsi Gabbard?
I think it's outrageous. There's a long, well-known history, both in our Intelligence Committee, Amnesty International, Doctors Without Borders. Every single one of these agencies has said that Assad is using chemical weapons. He's a barbarian. He's murdered 500,000 of his own people. I can't imagine how you could make a statement like that, especially being on the Foreign Relations Committee. I can't imagine what could possibly have been going through her head.
And to that end, you put a tweet out there. I'm going to read it to everybody, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you said that Gabbard should not be in Congress, that this is a disgrace. All she's asking for is proof, though. Is that a bad thing?
If you're on the Foreign Relations Committee and you haven't seen the proof in the last 5.5 years that Assad is a butcher and used chemical weapons, there's something the matter with you.
What do you think this is building against her? What could come of this, or will she just stay in Congress? And also a question, is she articulating her own personal thoughts or those of the people who put her in office?
Well, I have no idea, but I doubt the average American thinks that Assad had nothing to do with chemical weapons, or we should have an independent investigation to find out if he did. There have been a zillion. Look, you've got to trust the people on the ground. I trust Doctors Without Borders. I trust Amnesty International. Do I always agree with Amnesty International? No. But I do trust the fact that there are people on the ground who have seen this. She has also made herself life miserable. I didn't have a huge problem with her going to see Assad, although I thought it was relatively pointless. But then she goes to see Assad, and then she defends Assad and saying maybe he didn't really do this. That is a bad thing to do, and it makes you look terrible. And I agree with Susan. It doesn't matter what party you're in. You should not be doing that with somebody who's used chemical weapons on his own people.
But I met with Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii. This is amazing what is going on here. Gabbard released a statement after the meeting saying, while the rules of political expediency would say I should have refused to meet with President-elect Trump. I never have and never will play politics with American and Syrian lives. For years, the issue of ending interventions, regime change, warfare has been one of my top priorities. Let me be clear. I will never allow partisanship to undermine our national security when the lives of countless people lay about. There's a woman, a politician, Kelsey, who is very anti-intervention, like yourself. What about this Middle East thing? She's against the whole regime change number. And now she's going there with a way of maybe saying, maybe we can cut a deal with Russia. Maybe there is a way to somehow end the bloodshed in Syria and keep us out.
Well, I mean,
that's what she believes.
She's an interesting person, and the people from Hawaii basically have her tabbed as extremely ambitious with flexible principles.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, she was a lefty for Bernie, and now she's talking about running against Mazie Hirono, who's a left-wing or liberal senator from Hawaii. So who knows what this is all about? You know, I mean, if the
what's in it for Trump?
That's a very good question. Maybe he wants to be seen as reaching out to Democrats. Just to get back to the Rudy thing for a minute, you know how this game is played. For all we know, Rudy's floating his own name, and then it's coming back around.
Yeah, but he met with him again this weekend.
Well, because he's close to Trump.
Well, they floated the idea of DNI for him. The Director of National Intelligence, that's not as high level as Secretary of State.
Right.
So they're hurting him a little bit.
The question is, why is it foreign policy? This is a guy with a lot of domestic, but not much.
Well, I think I'm going to talk more about this at the end of the show. I think this is one reality show we've never seen before. This Trump parade of elephants. It's right out of Ringling Brothers. It is a show like we've never seen, and he's the ringmaster. Anyway, Howard Dean, thank you, sir. Yes, Senator.
Well, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is a combat veteran, so I got to say that she has been true to her heart and what she believes in, and I think it was very smart of her to take the invitation of President-elect Trump and put people over politics. So I don't agree with the governor and that comment he made about the Congresswoman.
We'll find out about that soon. Thank you, Howard Dean. Thank you, Nina Turner.
You are a coward. You are a bad excuse to be a representative of the DNC, but yet the DNC is a bunch of cowards. You've been sucking ever since you said, yeah.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
Hey, this is Robert Brown, BOBTV, and if you have not subscribed to me right now, stop. Actually, stop and go subscribe right now. I'll wait. You did it? For real. You done? You subscribe. Don't be playing with me. I appreciate you subscribing. Don't forget to like, follow, and all that on Facebook. Your liking and sharing and subscribing helps with that. Now, the little money, and I mean little money, that YouTube give me, and it's very little because I'm not that big. I don't care about that, people. I don't care about that money they offer. You got to get $100,000 a million to make big money, but yet you become a slave to advertising. If the advertisers don't like what you're saying, they're going to defund you. Number one, I don't need your advertising. Advertisers need YouTubers. The YouTubers don't need the advertisers. Okay, a lot of them didn't get in this to make money, and they can always find other ways to get somebody to give in to what they're doing. Which brings me to this. I've never been a person that tried to ask for money. But my mom said when you block somebody from blessing you, you block them from getting blessed by somebody else. Don't do it. Don't do it. Always leave an open door for people to bless you so there can be an open door for them to be blessed. So if you decide that you want to give into BOBTV, there's a Patreon link down below. I'm new to all this. GoFundMe or whatever. I'm new to this. I'm learning. And you're well open to give. Majority of that money will go toward advancing BOBTV, getting better equipment, better lighting, and things like that. Adding more shows, more content, and things like that. I might take $2 out of it and get me a hot dog and soda from 7-Eleven. Bam, 7-Eleven, I just hooked you up. Send me a check. No, I'm just kidding. But no, all jokes aside, subscribe, like, share, join, and save and all that on Facebook. I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to take time out to watch little old me. And again, if you do decide that you want to be a blessing to me, thank you. I will always acknowledge you on the show at the end. And hey, that's all I got to say. So I'm BOBTV, baby. Robert Brown. Peace. I'm out.